Many fat burners seem to be all over the place for the wrong reasons. Americans spend over $2 billion on weight loss pills every year. Sugar-coated promises, bold claims, zero results. Well, enough of the whining. Luckily, a few fat loss supplements actually work and we're gonna dive right into them. Spoiler alert, don't expect any magic overnight, that doesn't exist here. However, you will get relevant information about these fat loss supplements and learn how they could work for you. So, let's get straight to business. Number 1. L-carnitine. Carnitine is an interesting pick because its effectiveness in fat loss is somewhat debatable. If you don't know what this compound is all about, let me fill you in. Carnitine is a physiologic compound in the body. In other words, our bodies produce carnitine, specifically the kidneys and liver. Most of the carnitine, about 98%, is stored in the muscles. Carnitine is like a fat transporter. It mobilizes the fat, particularly the long-chain fatty acids in the bloodstream, and transports them to the mitochondria where they are metabolized. Carnitine's important metabolic roles are all integrated in its shuttle-like system. The carnitine shuttle system can be summarized into 3 enzymatic processes. First, acyl coenzyme A synthetase catalyzes the transfer of AMP from an ATP molecule onto the fatty acid. This generates 2 intermediate compounds, fatty acyl adenylate and a pyrophosphate group, PPI. In the second step, the acyl adenylate is attacked by a thiol group, which consequently forms fatty acyl carnitine. This compound then diffuses across intramembranous spaces through facilitated diffusion. The fatty acyl group gets transferred from fatty acyl carnitine to coenzyme A. Free carnitine is then released while fatty acyl coenzyme A enters into beta oxidation. Now, this may sound confusing to most of us, but in a nutshell, fatty acid cannot find its way into the mitochondria where it is burned without the carnitine shuttle system. In 2019, 43 eligible randomized controlled trials on carnitine were put up for quantitative analysis. The meta-analysis results showed that carnitine supplementation decreased weight significantly. Its fat loss effects were especially profound in overweight and obese patients, just how it's supposed to be. As things stand now, human and animal studies on carnitine remain mixed and discordant. Some might argue that they do not need carnitine if they are not deficient. While this is quite true, micronutrient deficiency and increased workouts demand more carnitine. So, if cardio is part of your weight loss program, then you would likely see better results with carnitine supplementation. Number 2. Green tea extract. Green tea extract is a concentrated combo of caffeine and catechins, short for polyphenol epigallocatechin gallate. Try saying that 5 times in a row without messing up. These 2 compounds have complementary actions and help you to burn fat in what is known as thermogenesis. The word thermogenesis is just a stressful way of saying that the body burns calories or fat to produce heat. The process occurs in brown fat with the help of EGCG. For caffeine, it increases sympathetic nervous system activity, which raises the activity of brown adipose tissue in the body. There are a lot of studies to back up the weight loss effects of green tea, so let's hit the ground running. PubMed published a meta-analysis of the effects of caffeine and catechin-rich teas on fat oxidation and energy expenditure. The results showed that supplementation with these compounds increases daily energy expenditure in a dose-dependent manner by 0.4 to 0.5 kJ milligram administered. But that's just one study. Another study design was done on 10 healthy men on 3 different occasions. They were given green tea extracts, caffeine alone, and a placebo for their meals. The result was a significant increase in 24-hour energy expenditure when given green tea extracts. This shows that green tea's thermogenic effect is beyond its caffeine content. What this means is that green tea has the potential to increase the amount of energy you expend every day while also increasing fat oxidation processes. The amount of weight loss is not the most significant with green tea, but when combined with other supplements or exercise, you get to appreciate it more. Also, green tea has many other health benefits which make it a favorable supplement any day, anytime. Number 3. Probiotics. We bet you didn't see this one coming. Using probiotics for fat loss may sound like a joke at first, like how could it possibly work? Well, you're not wrong for thinking that way, but here's the catch. Probiotics do not help with fat loss directly, but here's what they do. Body weight regulation through the breakdown of fiber into useful short-chain fatty acids, or SCFAs for short. SCFAs like butyrate, acetate, and propionate influence the dynamics of appetite and energy usage. By inhibiting dietary fat absorption, they find a way to increase the amount of fat excreted in the feces. Probiotics control the release of hormones like glucagon like peptide 1 and peptide YY. These hormones reduce appetite and help to burn fat. Also, by increasing regulatory hormones like angiopoietin like number 4, there is fat oxidation as well as reduced fat storage. Fatty acid oxidation occurs in the muscles, liver, brown adipose tissue, and other areas in the body. Now, let's take a look at another study. A comparison of gut microbiota composition was done between obese and non-obese people in a study. Their stool samples were taken for analysis, and it was discovered that gut microbial properties varied between the two groups of individuals. This further suggests that probiotics may play a role in the control of obesity. Of all the probiotics, Lactobacillus gasseri is one of the most studied and well-known probiotics in the market, and you will find it as a part of many probiotics on the market. A randomized controlled trial on abdominal adipose tissues in adults showed that those who ingested fermented dairy products containing the beneficial bacteria lost around 8.2 to 8.5% of belly fat over 3 months. Again, the results are not explosive, but they do just enough to make you want to consider them. Number 4. Yohimbine. Yohimbine is a naturally occurring alkaloid compound with a bitter taste and probably the loudest of them all on our list. For all the hype and marketing, let's see what it has to offer. Yohimbine is an alpha-2 receptor antagonist, but what does that even mean? Yohimbine is derived from a certain Yohimbine tree. It blocks alpha-2 receptors, which are found in fat cells and other tissues. Blocking these receptors is said to make fat loss much easier. Adrenal glands produce catecholamines. When these hormones bind to beta receptors, fat is mobilized and burned. However, if they are bound to alpha receptors, there is no fat burning. Thus, by blocking those alpha receptors, Yohimbine prevents fat storage in the cells. But it doesn't just end there. Yohimbine also reduces appetite and increases heart rate through lesser known mechanisms. In summary, it increases your basal metabolic rate, but if you do not break a sweat at the gym, you might not enjoy the effects of Yohimbine. Now, is there any data to back up these claims? Let's see. A double-blind study where 10 subjects received 5 mg of Yohimbine 4 times a day, while another 10 received a placebo for 3 weeks, showed significant weight loss in the former group, and all subjects were placed on a low-energy diet of less than 1000 calories. Another study published by the National Library of Medicine revealed a significant fat mass reduction in the Yohimbine group post-supplementation. A Yohimbine dose of 0.2 mg/kg of body weight, so widely regarded as effective and safe. Something you should know, however, is that Yohimbine is an aphrodisiac, so if you find yourself feeling the hots, we guess you can sort that out yourself. And lastly, number 5, conjugated linoleic acid, otherwise known as CLA. CLA is the most common omega-6 fatty acid. It becomes conjugated due to the double bond arrangement in the fatty acid molecule. CLA is polyunsaturated, making it a trans fat technically, but don't worry, not all trans fats are bad. This compound gets overlooked sometimes because its fat loss potential isn't conspicuous. There are about 28 different forms of CLA. You can get it naturally from dairy, beef, and some veggies. However, the supplement forms are different. Manufacturers alter the compound's natural sources. Most supplement forms usually come from safflower oil. Sources from the Encyclopedia of Food and Health in 2016 show that CLA is helpful in body fat reduction through a couple of mechanisms like enhancement of energy expenditure and reduction of adipokines and cytokines, lipid assembled in adipose tissues. All those jargons could be summarized by saying that CLA supplements aids in consistent, gradual fat loss. According to the Office of Dietary Supplements, CLA helps with losing small amounts of body weight and fat. Also, conclusions from the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition show the capacity of CLA to modify the body composition in a positive manner by reducing the fat mass. This was proven in an experimental animal models and in some human studies. Although both animal studies and human clinical studies showed positive weight loss results with CLA, it wouldn't hurt to see a lot more human studies in the near future. Most studies had daily CLA doses of about 3 to 6 grams per day, which is the recommended dose. If you have problems with CLA supplementation for any reason, foods naturally rich in the compound might be good alternatives to reducing fat. Other supplements. You might be lucky to find a few other fat loss supplements that are not totally worthless. You could play around with compounds like green coffee bean extract, capsaicin, glucomannan, and protein powder. Those supplements we just listed also have some stats and results to back them up. So there you have it, 5 fat loss supplements that are evidence-based and not just theory. They weren't just fished out of the blue. Important factors such as efficacy, metabolism, safety, ingredients, and side effects were considered. The amount of weight loss would certainly not be dramatic, but they add up at the end of the day. Of course, if you keep consuming a truckload of junk and you do not see exercise as necessary in your weight loss journey, you might be going around in circles. Fat loss supplements do not work in isolation and require good diet, exercise, and a healthy lifestyle. Just remember to consult your doctor to ensure these supplements are safe for you. Which fat loss supplement appeals the most to you, and what other things would you love to learn about? Share with us your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed today's content, check out this related video to see more. Until next time.